Asante, karibu mtazamaji wa Azam TV. Kama alivyokwisha kusema Omar Suleiman, huu ni mkutano wa wanahabari kuelekea mchezo namba 29 kati ya timu ya Dar es Salaam Young Africans dhidi ya Pamba Jiji. Pembeni yangu niko na kocha mkuu wa Yanga, Mr. Mankoba Mkiti, na hapa anakwenda kuzungumzia maandalizi ya timu yake kuelekea mchezo wa kesho. Coach, in front of you, a journalist, they want to hear how's the preparation of Dar es Salaam Young Africans towards tomorrow's game. Welcome.
Good morning to everyone. I'll be lying if I say there's been enough time to prepare for this match, because you will remember that today is just match day plus 3. We're just coming from another match, but we had to do what is expected of us, because it's the same even for Pamba Jiji or Coach Baraza. They also did not have time. We just had to do our analysis and look at what they offer. And I must first give credit to Coach Baraza. I think for a team that has lost so many key players, to Simba, to Singida, and the other one going to another team, I think the one that got promoted. So for him to have assembled a team like the one that he has now, it's very impressive. The first 2 matches, I think he played with a completely different front two in Murphy and Edie. But in the last match, I think he brought some of his best players together, with his goalkeeper, Johola, in goals, the 3 centre-backs in Okorocha, Kerry, and Opondo, with the 2 wing-backs, Ibrahim and number 36, Bakowala, something like that. And then the 2 central midfielders in Ochieng and Diamonde. And he started with Kamara, Ndwangu, and Zabona, but after changing Kamara, he brought in a player that is very exciting, number 21. I think it's Karabaka. Very interesting player. And they are a very formidable team, very strong defensively. You can see that they are coached by a former defender. They are very, very strong defensively. He has done a very tremendous job there. They are also very strong on set pieces. But they pose a serious threat on transitions and counter-attacks. And more especially with Murphy and Edie, Ndwangu does pitch in that space. Kamara is also very powerful. But they're a team that will hurt you more on transition and set pieces. And their wide players are forever willing to get into contact with the box. So they're a very hard-working team. And it's not an easy game. You look at the points that they've collected, but you also look at the opponents that they've played. They've played against Simba, they've played against Azam. That already should tell you they've played almost all the big boys. And they've also stood their ground. They've never been embarrassed in all those matches. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. And now I welcome questions for Coach. Questions?
Yes, Coach, you have a tendency of mentioning the strengths and the weakness of your opponent. Yes, Coach, you have a tendency of mentioning the strengths and the weakness of your opponents. So I want to know the secret of it, because you are a lot of the matches before the matches, you're just analyzing and mentioning the strengths of the weakness of your opponents. So I want to know the secret of it.
I don't remember mentioning the weaknesses of the opponent, but maybe you can remind me. I always try to show respect to my opponent by first not calling players by numbers as if they are cows, but try to know their names so that I show respect to the person that I'm talking about, instead of saying number 20, number 5, number what, because it does not sound good. And also to do my work and make sure that I know the opponents so that my players understand what we are going to be playing against, because that is very important for me to do my assignment and then help the players to understand the opposition better so that the opponents are a little bit of an open book to my players. And then we try to find solutions. Sometimes those solutions don't help, sometimes they help, because in some matches we analyze opponents, they play 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. Suddenly against us they play with 3 centre-backs, something that we may not have anticipated. Even Coach Baraza in the first 2 matches he played with 2 centre-backs. First match 2 centre-backs in a 4-4-2 structure, and then you moved on to a 4-2-3-1. Then the same match you could see elements of a 4-1-4-1. Then in the last match you went with 3 centre-backs to try and mitigate the strength of Azam. And we just have to do our job as coaches to make sure that we don't go into these matches blank and not knowing exactly what we are going to face.
Question number 2.
Coach, there are some players which have not get some minutes to play on previous match, like Aziz, Mpenja. We know they are quality, they are massive. Should we expect to see them in the coming game? Tomorrow game against Pamba?
Clement is still recovering from a very bad injury. He's very close to come back. Closer, probably less than a month, he should be back. Aziz has never had pre-season. He's only starting now. I think he's probably at 4 out of 10 physically at this stage. So we still have to work to make sure that we don't just bring him in and he gets injured, because he's going to be a very important player in the team. So I will not believe they will get a chance in either of the last 2 matches before the Champions League.
Thank you, Coach. And now it's time for the player to tell us how their preparation towards tomorrow game. Na sasa ni muda wa kwenda kumsikiliza mchezaji ambaye ni Eric Mwijage, na yeye kwa upande wake atakwenda kutueleza wachezaji wamejiandaaje kuelekea mchezo wa kesho dhidi ya Pamba Jiji.
Kwa majina naitwa Eric Mwijage, mchezaji wa Yanga Africans. Cha kwanza tunaweza kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, tumeamka salama, na pia wale wachezaji wenye majeraha wanaendelea vizuri, na pia sisi kama wachezaji tumejiandaa vizuri kuelekea mechi ya kesho. Na kutokana na ufinyu wa ratiba, lakini kama sisi kama wachezaji tumejiandaa vizuri na tuna hamasa kutokana na mazoezi tunayofanya, na pia bila kusahau tunaomba mashabiki zetu waweze kujitokeza kwa wingi kuelekea mechi ya kesho, kwa maana wao ndio chachu kubwa ya mafanikio sisi kuweza kupata pointi 3.
Asante Eric. Nakaribisha maswali kwa Eric.
Eric, mnakwenda kucheza na timu ngumu, lakini pia timu ambayo haijapata ushindi wowote. Mmepata sare na uwanja wao nyumbani. Ni ngumu kiasi gani na mmejiandaje nyinyi kama wachezaji baada ya kuona matokeo ya mpinzani wenu? Ni kile ambacho anahitaji kwa yeye na Mpenja.
Sisi kama wachezaji niseme hatuwezi kuangalia matokeo yao ya nyuma, kwa maana hata wao wanakuja kama kupambania kupata pointi 3. Kwa hiyo kama sisi wachezaji tutakuja kama vile tunapokuja kwenye mechi zote tulizocheza, na imani tulipofanya mazoezi jana na leo jioni tutafanya na nafikiri tupo vizuri, na wala hatusemi kwamba tunamdharau mpinzani, kwa maana ukiangalia hata mechi zilizopita kwa timu kubwa au kwa mechi zilizopita sio kwamba walikuwa wamezidiwa sana. Ni timu ambayo inajitafuta, kwa maana kuna wachezaji wengi ambao wametoka pale. Kwa hiyo kama sisi tutaingia tukiamini kwamba tunakutana na timu nzuri na inaweza ku maintain michezo kama hiyo.
Swali la pili, karibu.
Tumeona mechi zilizopita mbili zilikuwa zinaruhusu magoli na clean sheet ilikuwa kidogo ni ngumu. Sasa swali langu ni kwamba mmejiandaaje kuendeleza kulinda clean sheet ambayo mko nayo mpaka sasa?
Na imani kwenye hilo swala la clean sheet ni mistake ambazo zinatokea, lakini sio kama kusema ni matatizo ambayo tunayo. Lakini na imani mechi iliyopita umeona kama jinsi tumejitahidi kutoruhusu goli, na pia hata wenzangu au niseme wachezaji wenzangu tumeshaliona hilo, na kama mwalimu amelifanyia kazi na ameona mapungufu, na imani ni vitu ambavyo haviwezi kujirudia tena.
Naam, asante Eric.